ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by RevT, we simplify technology for better. The Easton Lions Club. Doug King, Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.
Hello and welcome to today's broadcast of Oliver Ames boys varsity or men's varsity soccer versus North Attleboro. Oliver Ames coming into this game first place in the Davenport, North Attleboro in the third place in Davenport. Oliver Ames yet to lose a game this season, 6-0-1. North Attleboro 3-3-1 so far on the season. So far looking like a pretty good season for them. A big win against Canton, a very tough Canton. But to get going here on a cool fall evening in Easton, Massachusetts. About 65 degrees outside, nice cool fall weather. Sunny, no clouds. This game should go into the early evening for the lights to come on. North Attleboro, as I mentioned, 3-3-1 this season. 12 goals for, 17 against, so about middling in terms of production for goals for and goals against. Oliver Ames only giving up 1 goal so far in the season. Thank you for our ball boy. Our ball boys who volunteered for the game tonight. About to get going here. It looks like Oliver Ames will take the initial kick off for us. Always fun to watch this Barada starting lineup here and who he's rolling out at forward to start the game. Looks like it might be Craig Churchill. Luke Churchill going to get us going here. Last game, I think Barada went through probably 5 forwards, which I love to watch the changes and how it impacts the game. I love the ability he has not to be locked into a lineup. Ball lost out of bounds for an Oliver Ames throw, and Lucas Lama getting his second start in a row on the left-hand defensive side. Huge throw. Looks like Josh Braz will be taking the forward position to start this game, if that initial throw-in is going to be any indicator. Braz coming away with a brilliant header in the last game. Oliver Ames corner kick here. One of the big advantages Halama gives us is a tall head in the box. So look for a tall corner kick. Corner kick is taken short. Braz with a quick head put on, but knocked away by North Attleboro. Halama doing some decent... not Halama. Johnny doing some decent control in the corner. But taken up by North Attleboro. North Attleboro now looking for a quick counterattack. Slow it down a little bit. Strong play by John Gillis from North Attleboro to make a decision on to go back and forth on that one. Ball slammed forward ahead by Patrick E. from North Attleboro. Picked up by junior goalkeeper Zach Gilson. Ball lost by Luke Churchill, unexpectedly in the middle, but he does his work to recover it. Back to Jackson Marcieri, who seems to have solidified his position as the central defender. Tries to spring Cyrus and Johnny down the right-hand side, but picked up by Gillis. Tyler Derman with the ball now. Back to Gillis. Gillis trying to find some room in the center. North Attleboro got some great movement shot on Gilson, but picked up by goalkeeper Gilson, who moves his players forward. Some strong play down the left-hand side by North Attleboro. One of the things that you're going to see as the defending Division II state champion is you're going to get everyone's best game, and I think we've seen that so far in every single game this season. largely every single team is coming in ready to play. Good tackle by Walsh to get that ball over to Luke Churchill. And Johnny tries to spring Braz. Rolled forward to goalkeeper. I believe Will Roden will be the goalkeeper that North Attleboro is rolling out tonight. Kick to about half. First touch to Halama. Second touch also to Easton as well. All over Ames. As I mentioned, so coming off 2 back-to-back state championships, most teams have their games against Oliver Ames circled, and we're seeing the best of every single team. And Johnny released on the right-hand side. Cross is over to Ellie, coming off probably his best game of the season. Back to Johnny, bouncing around the center of the box. Someone's got to get that ball on frame at some point. Knocked away by North Attleboro. Well done by them. After struggling to get any touch on the ball for a while, Mercieri finds Churchill right down the center. Craig Churchill. Craig Churchill back to Babanikas. Babanikas back to great movement to Mercieri. Mercieri tries to either a cross or a shot. Not sure on that one, but touched by North Attleboro out of bounds for the second Oliver Ames corner kick in the game. My thoughts on corner kicks have been generally clear. I don't enjoy the short corner kicks. Looking at Halama right there in the center. Babanikas right behind him. We've got the height in the box. Let's get that ball high and into the middle. Looks like a set piece broken up a little bit by a referee's whistle for some reason. North Attleboro player popping off perhaps a slight injury. Looks like one of their captains. That's unfortunate if they've lost a player. I can't see the number from this angle, but substitution quickly for a injury on North Attleboro. Ball comes in short to Braz, headed directly out of bounds. Excellent dribble out by North Attleboro defender. I can't get the number from here, but quicked up well by Babanikas. Finds Craig Churchill. Churchill back to his brother Luke Churchill. Dribbles, finds space through 4 defenders. Finds Bernielli. Bernielli with a low pass. Probably looking to chip that deeper into the box. Cleared away by North Attleboro. Great throw by Halama to find Bernie. Touched away by North Attleboro for another corner kick. Let's see if we can see a change of strategy with those short kicks to something higher to the height advantage we have in the box here. Hanjani to set up that kick coming in from the left-hand side. Hanjani seems to take the kicks on the left-hand side. Luke Churchill from the right-hand side. Watch that run from Braz. He's standing at the top of the box now. Ball goes high across post. Headed on by, I believe, Craig Churchill, just wide of the goal. North Attleboro going to restart with a goal kick. Shot right to the center, headed down by Halama. But second touch to North Attleboro, which is oftentimes the most important touch. And they control the ball after a few taps, but out of bounds. Halama with a short throw to Luke Churchill. Pushes across, finds Walsh on the far side. Walsh dribbles into the box. Lose the ball to North Attleboro. And Johnny pulling across positions to get that ball back. Tripped up a little bit. Ball ends up at Bernielli's feet on the left-hand side. Craig Churchill now really stuffed on that left-hand side. Good choice by Halama to pull that ball back. Looking for a switch of field here. Babanikas and Walsh both available for Mercieri, who's got space to dribble. Dribbles forward, finds Braz. Braz quickly back to Churchill, but couldn't make that connection. Oliver Ames maintains control. Mercier, the slick move to pull that ball back. Babanikas can't corral that pass, loses it to North Attleboro. counterattack on, but a 1-on-3 situation. Craig Churchill now to Walsh. Walsh back to Mercieri. All-around settles again. North Attleboro on a quick counterattack. Walsh has to switch to the center. Mercier over to the left-hand side. Refs calls for an out-of-bounds. North Attleboro not agreeing with it. Parker Puri was on that ball with space to move. Walsh tries to connect to Churchill. Can't make that connection. North Attleboro back at it. Great back check by Braz to pick that ball back up. Craig Churchill now just outside the box, launches a shot, ricochets off a few North Attleboro players, and they clear it quickly. Excellent charge force by Jax Mercieri to touch that ball over to Babanikas to maintain Oliver Ames' control. Alejandro to Mercieri, Mercieri to Walsh. Walsh to the man coming on. Pushes far across to Babanikas, finds him well. Good defensive movement by Oliver Ames. Push switching sides, trying to find an open hole to move forward into. Babanikas pushes forward to Braz, who can't get his foot on that ball correctly. North Attleboro gets some level of control, trying to clear their zone. Babanikas picks up the balls and tries to get through, gets to Bernielli. Babanikas says chip, open, and Johnny on the right-hand side. Chest can't drop to his feet. He was hoping for a chest to a shot, I think, on that one. Ball out to Churchill. Slams a shot. Good save by Will Roden. Long punt over every single player's head. North Attleboro gets that first touch over Halama, but picked up by, I believe, Alejandro. Back to Gilson. All Ames playing with a lot of purpose and a lot of plan here. And Johnny down the right-hand side sprung with a great pass. First touch doesn't listen to what he wants it to do. Rolls right outside. Parada calling for a switch now. Bernielli to the right and Johnny to the left-hand side. Ball in from Gillis. Picked up by Mercieri, back to Walsh, and then over to Babanikas. Excellent 1-2 touch play on these defenders here, moving that ball out of any pressure. Alejandro, the excellent touch back, looking away from the pressure from the forward. We knew going into the season the story for all Rams was going to be their goal-scoring production. So it's hard to say that they haven't had goal-scoring production, but the question is where and when does it come from? Forward cycling, trying to find the right pieces to put in place. Against top-tier talent in the Hockomock, your Sharon, your Franklins, Mansfield. You're winning by 1 goal, which might not be a weird stat. I mean, you're going to win games against good people, not by a ton of goals, but certainly production against great teams, the offense hasn't really been there. Of course, again, if you're winning, you're winning. Goal differential is an important thing here in seeding for playoff positions. Now, this is a bit early for talking about playing playoff positions, but that's sort of the drawback from winning the games by 1 goal. Now, North Attleboro, yet to see whether they're top-tier talent or whether they are in the middle. Like I said, a great win against a really, really, really strong Canton team. Babanikas now the chance to shoot from outside the box. Shot at the goalkeeper, picked up well by him. The always exciting goalkeeper to goalkeeper punt. Gillis picks up, not Gillis. Gilson picks up the ball, rolls to Mercier. Mercier looking for his options forward. Tries to find Braz. North Attleboro keen on to Oliver Ames' ability to quickly launch the ball downfield and find a forward. Thinking of their goal last week to win the game against Sharon, which was 4 quick passes to break through that Sharon defense. Walsh's throw to Babanikas. Babanikas back to Walsh. Off the chest, back to Babanikas. Great. Oh, that is Luke Churchill, not Babanikas. Great play by those two. Churchill's cross in the box looked beautiful, but picked up by a North Attleboro player. Halama on the ball now. Trying to spring Braz. Picked up by North Attleboro's defense is secured after that initial multiple cross attempts by Oliver Ames you saw a few minutes ago. Oliver Ames definitely controlling this game, but this is soccer, and goals can come against the run of play when you least expect it. Mercieri crossing the ball back to Alejandro, to Halama. Defense is playing well. Great pass by Alejandro to find Churchill. Springs Walsh on the right-hand side. Crosses directly into the box. Walsh again with a chance for a shot. Off the crossbar of the... Unfortunately, not the crossbar of the goal, the crossbar of the field goal from football, but excellent run by Walsh on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, not a goal to come away from Oliver Ames there, but 25 minutes left in half, 0-0. Oliver Ames with the significant run of play here. North Attleboro starting a very, very long run away from home. 6 of their next 7 games are away, so this is going to be a real telling point for their season the next few games. Currently at 3-3. Power rankings for Hockomock released this week. The first power rankings of the season. Power rankings determines your playoff eligibility. Top 32 teams. We'll come back to that. Bernielli being sprung down the right-hand side. Decent amount of North Attleboro's back. Bernielli coming off probably his best game I've seen against Sharon. Dribbles the ball and gets gets a kick from outside the box. Walsh setting up to take it. You would think this would be a Mercieri. Oh, quick short kick by them. Launched into the box. Oh, that header coming on from Babanikas looked like it was golden, but couldn't connect. As I was saying, so first power rankings released for Division II soccer this week. Oliver Ames in 11th place. Top 32 places automatically into the playoffs. And anyone beyond that with a winning record moves into the playoffs as well. Now, those are going to change dramatically as the season goes on because of the criteria for power rankings being goal differential per game, plus or minus 3 goals. And then secondly, strength of schedule. So you've got some teams in that top 32 with 1 win and multiple losses. Churchill springing Ellie down the right-hand side. Excellent work by Brennan to keep control of that ball. Churchill pushed over in the box. No call. And Johnny chips back to Churchill. Gets his head to it, but can't get enough power on it to drive it towards the goal. Out of bounds for a North Attleboro goal kick. North Attleboro, on the other hand, in 44th place in the power rankings, so outside that top 32. But again, a winning record is what you need to get into the playoffs. Bernie Elliott again down the right-hand side, challenged by John Gillis. Gillis wins the call against Bernie. Excellent play by him. Gillis will get us restarted here shortly. Sends the ball long, but Bob Benikas is first to touch it. His head lands at Connor Foley's feet, though, from North Attleboro, who has control now in their defensive third. Challenged by both Bob Benikas and Hanjani, but he comes away with it. Bob Benikas now with the ball, back to Churchill. Mercieri with it, right down the center, right back to Bob Benikas. Good pass by him. Craig Churchill with time and space to relax. Dribbles through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was the 7th North Attleboro player that finally got it back to him. Ball sprung down the right-hand side. Poor touch by Parker Purry. Loses the ball to Bob Benikas in the center, though. Halama to Churchill to Hanjani. Puts his body onto that ball. Forces the North Attleboro defender to send it out of bounds. Halama's got the strength for a large throw here. First substitution, I think, coming in for Oliver Ames here. James Carlson coming on for Josh Braz at forward. Short throw by Halama. Luke Churchill now with the ball outside the box. Launches a shot from well outside the box. Goalkeeper had to put his hand on that to save it. Great shot. Great accuracy by Churchill. Knocked out of bounds for a corner kick. Churchill running across the field to take it. Alejandro and Mercieri back on defense for Oliver Ames here. Everyone's setting up at the far post. Except for Halama. Ball short to Mercieri. Mercieri chips it into the box. Tries to find Halama's head. Ricochets almost into the goal. No one there. Hanjani gets the ball. Now to Walsh outside the box. Ball bounces off a few players through and eventually picked up by the North Attleboro goalkeeper. All the Rams players looking for a handball just outside the box on those ricochets, but not getting it. Quick play by Craig Churchill to find brother Luke Churchill. Berniello time and space to pick his head up and look for a pass. Finds Luke Churchill, who dribbles into the corner and just can't get his foot to stop that ball. Rolls out of bounds for a North Attleboro throw. North Attleboro substitution now. I will admit the way the numbers are written on these North Attleboro shirts are very difficult to read with a red stripe going through the red letters. I believe that's Tyler Braley that just came on forward. Absolute monster of a shot from Bob Benikas, just directly through the goalkeeper. Got his hand to it, but that shot was on target and so hard. No saving involved in that. That goes directly into the goal. Oliver Ames 1, North Attleboro 0. First goal for Oliver Ames. It's been coming for a while. So many opportunities for this team to put that ball into the net. North Attleboro's trying to hold on defensively against this Oliver Ames team, and that's just not a way you're going to often win. That is how Attleboro very much tied the old park the bus strategy with 5 defenders, but North Attleboro's structure isn't certainly defensive. Looks like they've got 2, maybe 4 defenders and maybe a defensive midfielder, but Hanjani now trying to spin Carlson. North Attleboro blocks it, but only so far as Churchill. Churchill still maintains the ball down the left-hand side. Shouldered off the ball aggressively. Good play by the North Attleboro defender there with his position on the ball. Their counterattacks are not often met with a forward that has the ability to grab that ball and hold on to it or make a run with it. Mercieri now trying to spring right down the center. Luke Churchill there. Slightly off on his heading there moving forward. Picked up by goalkeeper Will Roden, but his launch downfield again pushed on by the North Attleboro forward that just came on, Tyler Braley, but without any players forward, they are struggling to have any control here. Mercier to Walsh. High press here from North Attleboro, trying to change the tactics of this game a little bit. Launched up by Mercier. Braz coming on to it. Braz came on recently for Bernie Ellie. Carlson with control in the corner now, looking for options. Gets through Gillis. Ball out to Walsh, top corner of the box. Push the ball across, no one really there for that cross. Nice work by Carlson to use his body to protect that ball, give him space to get that first kick. Takes that shot, ricochets out of bounds. Ricochets not out of bounds. Ricochets to the North Attleboro goalkeeper. Huge punt. Picked up by Mercier very, very well. North Attleboro gets control of the ball. Ball sent in by Taylor Bob from North Attleboro. Picked up by Oliver Ames, sends the ball downfield. And Talib clears it out of bounds. No, not out of bounds. They picked up the ball on the sideline. Halama with a throw, about 10 yards outside of the box. Too close for a big throw into the box. Launches the ball to Hanjani. Can't corral it, but kicked out of bounds immediately by North Attleboro for a very similar throw. Halama does launch the ball into the box. Hands in the back call against either Hanjani or Babanikas there. I'm not sure. North Attleboro gets restarted here. 15 minutes left in the first half. Oliver Ames 1-0. North Attleboro with a kick now, heading into the Oliver Ames box. Everyone lined up at the top of the box, headed away by Babanikas. Goes out of bounds for a dangerous North Attleboro throw-in. Substitution now for North Attleboro. Red stripe through red numbers. I'm not sure whose idea that was. Excellent work by Carlson to spring. And Johnny down the left-hand side tries to find Craig Churchill, picked up by North Attleboro, sent out of bounds. Excellent pickup by Babanikas there to get that ball out of bounds, allow Oliver Ames to reset. Great play by Tyler Amarin from North Attleboro, controlling the ball against probably 4 Oliver Ames players. Some defensive fanciness there by, I believe, Colin Boyer, which eventually lost that ball. Too many touches on defense is oftentimes a bad idea. Substitution now. Drew Hall coming onto the field for Carlson, so Drew Hall will be coming in at forward. Smooth play by this Oliver Ames defense. They seem to be moving the ball around very, very well. Excellent play by Alejandro to find Walsh. Walsh's touch chips forward very well to Luke Churchill. Gets the ball forward to Braz. This looks like a promising play here. Braz still with that ball. Gets into the center. Drew Hall. I was going to mention as Drew Hall came on, watching him warm up earlier today, he was launching his shot. And if you knew Drew Hall and seen him play, his shot can break the back of a net. Unfortunately, that one time he didn't get that. He didn't get on top of the ball, launch it high and over the goal. North Attleboro goal kick. Heads up play by Gilson to get that ball quickly out of that zone. Finds Sanjani. Spin. We're going to whistle here. I'm not sure what the whistle will be for, but it'll be Oliver Ames. Oliver Ames free kick. Mercier to get his restart from the back. Looking to find one of the Churchills in the center. Knocked away by North Attleboro. Chance for North Attleboro here. I'm seeing some counterattack options for them. Excellent job by both Luke Churchill and Cyrus and Johnny to check that off of them. Foul called on Churchill, so North Attleboro will retain control and be able to kick this forward. Under 10 now in the first half. 1-0 Oliver Ames, who are only up 1 goal, but in general, I'd say firm control of this game. Ball chipped forward. Picked up by Walsh after a spring around on just outside the box. He launches it deep and out of bounds at about midfield. Excellent tackle by Babanikas. Springs Braz. Braz tries to get it to Craig Churchill. Ball's a little bit too far, picked up by North Attleboro's defense. Lou Churchill now driving into the box. It's got some space. Excellent work by him to find some space, but he and Braz were not on the same page as to where that ball was going to go. Braz probably needed a head start on that run to catch up to that pass. I think he was expecting Churchill to cut it back in. Things that'll improve as you get deeper into the season here. Oliver Ames still continuing to find their ways to score goals. Their defense and goaltending has been stellar. 1 goal so far on the season. 1 goal against so far on the season. Mercier in trouble, finds Walsh. Walsh touches forward. Tries to find Craig Churchill. Does a decent job. Ball just outside Churchill's head. North Attleboro quickly gets that ball out of bounds. This Oliver Ames team is not scared to launch the ball from defense to forward. Standard Pep Guardiola tactics these days is always play out of the back, but this team finding success pushing that ball forward. Now, granted, we've had plenty of goals playing out of the back as well, but when the opportunity strikes, a defense to forward pass is not an uncommon thing to see in this Oliver Ames teams, and with productivity as well. Carlson down on the left-hand side. To Churchill. To Babanikas. Now back out to Luke Churchill, who finds Jackson Mercieri. Mercieri on the right-hand side to Walsh. Challenge brought right back to Mercieri. Excellent play defensively, moving that ball around between this entire group of Halama, Alejandro, Jackson Mercieri, and Derek Walsh. Great touch by Craig Churchill to Josh Braz's first touch is a little bit too hard. That was a great opportunity for Oliver Ames. And now they get the deep throw. Walsh coming forward to take that throw. Nope, over to Drew Hall to take that throw. Drew Hall with that huge arm. Launched that ball into the box. Touched by Craig Churchill, but out of bounds. Just over 5 minutes left in the half. Oliver Ames 1, North Attleboro 0. Oliver Ames has got to be looking for that second goal here. They've got to be feeling that they're in control of this game and have the ability to take control here. Mercier to Alejandro. Alejandro to Holama. Back to Churchill, back to Mercier. Great defensive movement still on this team. Another thing that's unique about this team is their want and ability to move the ball up through the center of the field. Churchill now the ball. Shot on just wide of the left-hand post. Great link-up play between Braz and Churchill. Oliver Ames' willingness to put the ball into the center just on their offensive half, where you're clearly going to be under a lot more pressure, and their ability to fight through it is admirable and also speaks to the quality of the team. Most teams looking to attack down those wings, get that ball free, and then push it into the center late. As you might be seeing here, Gillis now with the ball. Can't find anything. Picked up by Hanjani. Hanjani, excellent touch forward. Gets himself into the box. Has got Churchill, but Churchill's positioning just behind the North Attleboro defender. Hanjani picked that ball back up, but couldn't get through anybody. Babanikas now with the ball. He's got Walsh behind him. Poor communication between Walsh and Mercier as to where that was going. Mercier picks the ball up, finds Walsh. Walsh back to Babanikas. Even with that one lapse there, this team's ability to take a breath, pick their heads up, find the right passes, and move the ball. Defensive link-ups in this game have been great. Walsh under pressure now. Gets the ball back to Mercieri. Mercieri to Churchill. Craig Churchill couldn't get that ball. Babanicas to Halama. Halama launches forward. Bernie Elliott's right there. Great touch by him. Wins and Oliver Ames throwing. Drew Hall playing deep in his position. Great job coming away with that and wins a foul. Ball was forward to Bernie Elliott. The rest didn't give it a second to see whether that was going to be a play-on situation. Good call back for them. At this distance, this is what we all want to see. We all want to see Drew Hall's kick. As I mentioned earlier, his ability to break a net can't be oversought. But also, like, his ability to keep the ball low. I know we didn't see it earlier when he launched that ball over the net, but his ability to keep these balls with insane power and low is a unique skill. We saw unique skills from Ryan Linares last year. His ability was corner kicks. Let's see Hall's ability to launch that ball low and hard. Off frame, though, and goes out of bounds for a North Attleboro goal kick. When I talked about John Barra's ability to not be married to a specific play style or a lineup, about the forwards constantly cycling through in the last game, Drew Hall, who just took that shot, is a two-time Division II championship goalkeeper. Hasn't put on the gloves yet this season. Zach Gilson doing a great job in net. And Drew Hall's ability on those shots is what pushes him forward, trying to find ways, trying to find more ways for this Oliver Ames team to score. Again, you're seeing some great defensive movement here. Churchill under pressure, picks up his head, finds space. And that'll be halftime. 1-0, Oliver Ames at half. Firmly in control of this game, but only up by one goal, and anything can happen in the second half. We will be back in a few minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Abby Malafato.
And I'm
Coming to you from 50 Oliver in North Easton, this is Easton News and
Don't have time to stay up and watch ECAT channels all day long, or miss your favorite show's time slot? Don't worry, ECAT has a YouTube channel that has all the programs that we show, so you don't have to miss any of the episodes or catch up on past episodes. Search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the only capital letters. The YouTube channel has playlists for every program, even some of the programs you can download a podcast version. We even stream live events through our channel. To stay up to date with ECAT programming, make sure you look up ECAT's YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get all the alerts for the new programming premiere, and change the alerts to all to make sure you receive all of them. Remember to search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the capital letters. So there's no reason to miss any of the ECAT programming. Enjoy.
There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people, and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then.
Yeah. This is the life. Just relaxing by the beach. What could be better than this?
I've got an idea.
What?
I'd really like to find a forever home.
Forever home?
Yeah, like Jack Ryan talks about on Easton News. A forever home. All those animals at the APCSM, they get forever homes. Why not us?
Listen, man, I hate to tell you this.
Tell me what? Come on, tell me. Look, I can take it. Look at me. Come on, tell me. I can take it. Come on.
We're not real.
What are you talking about? Of course we're real. Look at us. We're sitting here on the beach, on vacation, being served raw meat, mind you. We're having a great time. How are we not real? No, thank you. I'm good. I've had enough. I've had enough. Thank you. What are you talking about? Of course we're real.
Look, it's not that we're not real. We're just not living, breathing animals. You don't even have a mouth, dude.
Well, oh yeah? Well, your eyes are just plastic.
Right back at you.
You've ruined my vacation. I can't believe you've done this.
I mean, while we're at it, why do we need a vacation? It's not like you have a job.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I'm out of here.
Cubby, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Oh, well, you have to get it eventually.
If you'd like to get your hands on a cubby of your own, scan the QR code on your screen now. Hello and welcome to Easton News. I'm Joe Taft.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The Town of Easton is undertaking a crucial public safety and public works facilities replacement project to enhance essential services for the community.
Community events.
Mark your calendars and get your costumes ready. The Easton Food Pantry will be hosting a Halloween parade.
And sports.
Boys soccer stayed hot, defeating Stoughton 2-1. That was the team's 5th straight division title and 4th in a row in the Davenport.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
For Easton News.
Playing 6 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, residents of Easton, friends and neighbors. This is Bill Ames,
co-host with Priscilla Almquist-Olsen of the Film Connection. On ECAT now for over 20 years.
We're very proud of that.
And we like to interview guests from Easton who have been involved in the film business.
Actors, producers. We're very fortunate today to have a producer of a film.
Hey, are you a fan of history? If so, come for adventure with me, your host Drew Daugherty, as we explore some of the most impactful events of all time. We talk about U.S. history. These events led up to the creation of the first Continental Congress. World history. The Allied forces consist of France, the United Kingdom, Russia, Japan, and Italy, and influential figures. The legacy of Martin Luther King is one of selflessness, and he never stopped believing in the equal and free America. You'll get my takes and opinions, so come along for adventure on Drew's Venture History TV. Check us out between your recently scheduled programming as well as on YouTube. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. What a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. Showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has
Podcast!
Yes! ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Sick of all the new shows and movies dominating pop culture? Well, have no fear, because Old Time Movie and Old Time TV are here, where we like to add our own flair.
There's a truck out front, and if we could just get the keys.
Man, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Those are flesh-eating zombies. They upended our car, okay? We're lucky to be alive, especially Joe. I had to pull him out of the trunk, for crying out loud.
It's been a long day.
Also, make sure to check out the Radiocast, our accompanying podcast where we talk about what we've watched.
There was a lot of moments of just Mac on the raft going down the river, just internal monologuing over and over and over.
We show the classics and nothing but the classics. Well, except for the weird ones. Check us out on all our channels as well as our YouTube.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the official first episode of Eatin' with ECAT. My name is Joseph Taft.
I'm Jack Ryan.
And I'm Abby Kitchenham.
We are, in fact, your co-hosts, and we are determined to bring you all the big eats that you can handle. So listen, if you're a foodie, you're not going to want to miss any of the action. Check out our website, www.eastoncat.org, or find us on social, at EastonCat, to find this episode on demand.
Oh, you're going down, Kitchenham. You're going down. You're going down.
I got through the foam, and I'm getting a little more down to the... It's like...
The fact that there's jelly in this just unsettles me.
A Reuben sandwich is the best sandwich out. The sauerkraut mixed with the Thousand Island and the rye bread.
This is something I have never seen before.
We're good. We're all family here.
Where does the ice cream begin?
Big
and
bite.
Welcome back for the second half of Oliver Ames men's varsity soccer versus North Attleboro. Current score is 1-0 to Oliver Ames, who were largely in control of that first half, but only up one goal, allowing the opportunity for North Attleboro to come back in this game. Oliver Ames deploying a few strategies to get the ball forward the first half. Bobanika's now with the center. In the center with the ball. And Johnny down the right-hand side, back to Walsh. Walsh picks it up. Has to go back to Mercieri. Mercieri's long chip into the box looking for Bernielli. Headed outside. Halam will take this throw. Launches the ball to Craig Churchill. Chips it across, looking for Cyrus and Johnny, but not there. Ball launched out of bounds. Picked up by Walsh for the throw-in. Bobanika's running in to take advantage of that throw. Gets the ball forward to Anjani. Ball sprung back to Luke Churchill. Again, excellent defensive control picked up by Oliver Ames. Johnny to Churchill. Churchill back to Bobanika's. Excellent passing here. How many passes that combined? Probably 6 or 7 here. Mercieri to Walsh. Walsh back to Mercieri. Mercieri finds Churchill. Churchill finds Churchill. Bobanika's now top of the box. Out to Halama here. This is some beautiful play here. Over to Ellie. Ellie to Braz. Braz to Churchill. Churchill tries to spring Eric Bernielli, but that, despite coming away with a goal kick here, that might have been the best run of play that you're going to see from Oliver Ames all season. That was excellent positioning and excellent passing, moving that ball around. They were moving the ball so well. It was almost like the North Attleboro players were cones. But again, 1-0 game here. Opportunities for North Attleboro to come back into it. Ball dropped to Mercieri. Mercieri finds Churchill, can't get control of that ball, picked up by North Attleboro. Springs the player. Here's that North Attleboro chance we've talked about. Goal for North Attleboro. 1-1. Exactly what we've been talking about. Not being able to capitalize on your opportunities. We now have a tie game here, and Oliver Ames needs to dig themselves out of this tie. I think that was Ben Gear that scored that goal for North Attleboro. It's very difficult to see these numbers with that red-on-red stripe. Not capitalizing, not scoring, coming back to haunt Oliver Ames here. 1-1. New game in the second half, and Johnny now with the ball. Top of the box, tries to dribble into the box in his own. Brought down, but certainly that ball was gone by then, so I know he'll be looking for a foul, but more than likely that ball was already heading its way out of bounds with no control from him, so goal kick for North Attleboro. And Johnny now, looking hungry, tries to get the ball forward to Churchill. Walsh gets the ball sprung back to Mercieri. Churchill to Churchill. Sprung forward, looking for Hunjani on the right-hand side, but the ball's going to be in the box. That's going to be picked up by the North Attleboro goalkeeper. Punt to about half, sprung forward, but picked up by Hollander with a man on him. After that first half here, anything but a win here is going to hurt or feel like a loss to Oliver Ames here. So they will be looking for that second goal to take that lead back, which, of course, opens them up to counterattack, similar to what we're seeing here. Ball launched downfield. Goalkeeper has to get his head on it. Churchill the chance to take that shot. Ricochets in around the box. Craig Churchill comes away with that control of that ball. Too far away from a shot, but he's got options behind him. Babanikas now. Babanikas to Churchill. Launched out. Picked up by Mercieri. Mercieri back to Babanikas. Halama loses the ball to Lee Bibb. Launched the ball downfield. Excellently picked up by Alejandro. North Attleboro absolutely feeling it now, pushing down the left-hand side, wins a throw-in. Maybe 5 yards high of the box. Throwing blocked off by Walsh and then cleared out by Mercieri. Craig Churchill wins the call. Referee's looking for a clean restart here. 2 times the ball was restarted with the perhaps moving. The North Attleboro players blocking the restart. Mercier gets us restarted by launching to Walsh, who's got space to move into. Walsh's pass off track, but eventually finds Babanikas. Mercier finds Churchill. The vast majority of those North Attleboro players behind the ball here, protecting that lead. Or protecting that tie. Walsh can't find Johnny down the right-hand side. Now a springing opportunity to check for North Attleboro. Quickly picked up by Luke Churchill. Babanikas to Johnny. Braz has a chance at that shot. Bernielli now with the ball just outside the box. Gets his shot on. Excellent save by the goalkeeper. And Halama with a chance for a shot outside the box. Whistles it wide. Diving hand save by the North Attleboro goalkeeper. Keeps them at level with Oliver Ames. Luke Churchill now off the goal kick with the control at the center. Excellent job by him finding space. Dribbles back into trouble, but finds Mercieri. Mercieri finds Walsh. Walsh back to Mercieri. Launches it down center, picked up by the North Attleboro defender, but ricochets off Braz, then back to the goalkeeper's hands. Solid punt by North Attleboro to get control of that ball. Now Easton down there, Oliver Ames down the left-hand side. Babanikas now to Churchill. Churchill to Walsh. Walsh has got nothing in front of him, finds Mercier behind him. Cyrus in the center. Finds Braz. Braz is again is first touch escapes him off the crossbar. Bounces out of bounds. I think that's going to be for a corner kick. It will. Braz's first touch in this game has escaped him a few times. That one became a chance, but lighter first touch from Braz, and you've got a slightly different situation here. Luke Churchill setting up to get this game restarted. 2 people back. Ball launched high across the box. Braz's shot knocked it away by North Attleboro. Some of the Oliver Ames players calling for a handball, but not getting it. Walsh crosses that ball back into the box, only finds North Attleboro feet. And here comes the counterattack from North Attleboro we've talked about. Excellent work by Mercier to win that throw-in. Gets to Alejandro looking for a switch of play here to North Attleboro's weaker side. Touched a few too many times, lost that advantage on that switch. Mercier now with the ball with time and space, though. Finds Walsh. Walsh with not with many options, has to go back to Mercier. Mercier finds Churchill, springs him forward. Excellent work by Craig Churchill, finding some space. Gets Johnny down the left-hand side. Back to Churchill. Is that ball too long? Churchill tries to push on, wins a corner kick. Excellent work by Craig Churchill down in the box there to win what should have been a goal kick. He turns it, converts it into a corner kick. Heads-up play, aggressive play. Excellent play by him. Luke Churchill down to take this. Same situation we've been seeing. So Mercier and Alejandro back. Halama dead center of the box. Ball launched up and headed. Not on goal, though, but Bernielli comes down the ball down the left-hand side. Well defended by North Attleboro. Launches it out. Alejandro's there to pick that ball up. Great decision for him to find Mercieri. Mercieri launches a shot from well outside. Wide. That'll be a North Attleboro goal kick. Under 30 minutes here. Oliver Ames needing that second goal to get that lead back. Not being able to find it, and North Attleboro's ability to counterattack certainly causing some problems for Mercier and Alejandro down the center. Here it comes again. North Attleboro gets control of the ball in the center. Smart play back to that midfielder. Churchill can't get a hold of that ball. Great stop by Alejandro at central defensive position. Tries to spring Anjani down the right-hand side. Anjani corrals the ball. Dribbles in the center. Not a lot of space. A lot of players around him. Ball out to Babanikas, who lets the ball roll past to Alejandro. Now you got Mercieri. Mercieri over Walsh. Walsh finds Churchill in the center. Great movement by Oliver Ames, but it's not resulting in those goals. Seems like a desperation shot out of Babanikas a bit early in the game. Ricocheted off of a North Attleboro player. Now Braz in the box trying to challenge for it. Does come away with it. Gets that shot on goal, but rolls across. Bernielli's shot off frame, hits the side netting. North Attleboro goal kick. Short kick by North Attleboro, a new tactic from them. I don't think we've seen that all game. Then sent long, picked up by Oliver Ames at midfield. Mercier spins away from pressure, finds Alejandro behind him, finds Halama. Halama doesn't have a lot of options, has to go back to Alejandro. To Churchill, springs Mercier down the right-hand side. Springs Churchill now in the box. Wins a corner kick again. One of the unique things about Oliver Ames last season was being able to score off these corner kicks. We've seen a few this season, but nowhere near the rate we saw last season. Ball played short to Mercieri. Mercieri takes a shot on high over the crossbar, out of bounds for a North Attleboro goal kick. I might be wrong here, but we might be with 25 minutes left in this half and no substitutions yet for either team. Here comes North Attleboro's counter-attacking opportunities again. Alejandro plays that ball out wide. Can he get to it to stop that corner kick? He cannot. I think we're going to have a corner kick now for North Attleboro. If you're North Attleboro here, how much do you push to try to get the second goal against Oliver Ames? Looks like you're going to have a set play here with a lot of players in line at the top of the box on the far post. Oliver Ames better be ready with eyes on to try to defend this ball. High, picked up by Gilson very well right in front of the goal. Springs the ball quickly, trying to find Braz downfield. First touch to North Attleboro, but second touch to Oliver Ames. Here comes Craig Churchill with pace. Finds Bernielli outside the box. Loses that ball to North Attleboro, who springs it downfield. Picked up by a North Attleboro player. I thought that was heading out of bounds. Babanikas with an excellent tackle to get that ball off the North Attleboro player. Maneuvers, finds Halama. Halama touches outside. Very close play without finding space to move into, but all our Ames talent gets that ball across to Hanjani. Gets that ball forward to Churchill, who can't get that ball on frame. James Carlson now coming on for Bernielli for, I believe, the first All Ames substitution this half. All Ames losing that ball out of bounds for a throw-in for North Attleboro. Braz now the first sense of control in the past few seconds. Babanikas to Churchill. Looking to switch fields, trying to spring Hanjani again. Back to Walsh. Walsh finds Mercieri. Craig Churchill tries to spring a player down the right-hand side. Hanjani has to scoot outside to try to pick it up. He does a great job doing that. Gets that ball to the center. Defensively, North Attleboro are on point across that top of the box. Not many balls getting through that top line without having a foot on it or a tackle on it that throws all frames just slightly off their game plan. And Halama pushed the ball back to strong defensive play by North Attleboro. All the rims moving the ball well. Babanikas' second shot saved and pushed away by the goalkeeper. He found a little bit of space, and his ability to shoot from that far outside of the box is one of his advantages. Hanjani to take this. Halama, the 8'5", I'll just assume, defender in the box. Ball goes right to that North Attleboro defense, though, and rolled directly out of bounds. That ball's got to be higher or to somebody. Halama to get us restarted here. Long throw picked up by North Attleboro, directly out of the box. You can see their defensive strategy here. There's not a single player to pick up that ball as it goes forward. Luke Churchill finds Babanikas. Babanikas springs Walsh down the right-hand side. Excellent play by him. Walsh centers, picked up by Churchill, but can't get that ball on frame. Halama now finds Babanikas again. Churchill back to Babanikas. Babanikas has got a few options to the right. Back to Mercier. Look at the defensive positioning here from North Attleboro. They're not going to be letting a lot through them. All the Rims has to retreat a little bit. Back to Mercieri. Chipped into the center. A little mix-up by North Attleboro, but they do a good job getting that ball off. Picked up by Walsh, but then sprung forward by North Attleboro again. This is a great test for this Oliver Ames team, who has a hard time struggling against big defensive teams. Hard time scoring against big defensive teams. Can't seem to find a way through, get frustrated, take shots like that. Great retreating there by Halama. Alejandro. Now Mercieri down the right-hand side. Has got Walsh, has got a few options around him. Trying to find the right maneuver forward here. Halama, nice job springing Carlson. Carlson's chip across the box is going to be off the wrong side of his foot and out of bounds. Under 20 now. Oliver Ames looking for that second goal. North Attleboro largely seemingly content to have 11 players behind the ball here. Looks like 5 defenders, and it's not a bad way to play this team. The one time points were lost for this Oliver Ames team this year was against Attleboro, who had played a very, very similar game. Ball lost out of bounds off the goal kick by North Attleboro, but held up for a substitution. Bernielli coming back in for James Carlson. Short throw over to Jackson Mercieri. It seems like this offense seems to be flowing through Jackson Mercieri, which, excellent player as he is, having a central defender being your who the offense is running through. Although you could argue Babanikas has really been that springboard to switch from side to side to side. Babanikas gets the ball back to Alejandro. More defensive control from Oliver Ames. Excellent job by Babanikas to use his body to control that ball. Gets the ball to Anjani. Should get into the box here on this maneuver. Gets his shot on, but far wide of the goal on the right-hand side here. Another North Attleboro goal kick. North Attleboro tries to spring a counterattack picked up by Oliver Ames's defense. This might result in an actual counterattack here, but Churchill holds the ball, finds Babanikas. He's got space to move into. Walsh down that right-hand side there. Might be time to start thinking about a 3-person defense rather than the 4. Mercier with options around him, finds Walsh. Walsh tries to look forward. Finds Sanjani. Expected Walsh to move forward, but did not. Ball long forward for North Attleboro here. Oliver Ames is going to be the first to get to it. Can't shield it out of bounds. He's going to have to make a play on it. Alejandro loses the ball to North Attleboro. Now it's a dangerous play here. North Attleboro with the ball just outside the box. Dribbles into the box, loses it. Quick throw in by Walsh, launched forward by Mercieri. Just over 10 minutes left in the game. All of Ames getting frustrated with this score line. North Attleboro now with a kick in their offensive half. Chip forward long, headed on by a Oliver Ames player, but we're going to get a call here. Push in the back, probably. Play quickly restarted. Gilson now to Mercieri. All things considered, this might be the biggest chance for Oliver Ames with this North Attleboro team pushing forward now. No longer in a stout defensive position. Strong play by Alejandro over to Mercieri. Can he get that ball, though, and keep it in? He can. The high press proves too much this time for Oliver Ames. Ball across the box. Headed down, picked up by Gilson. Gilson looking to move this ball forward quickly here. Ball bounces through a few players. North Attleboro now with it. Halama's first touch escapes him to North Attleboro. Well covered by Babanikas. Second touch by Babanikas escapes him as well, trying to get through players. 10 minutes is time here for Oliver Ames. They don't need to be playing as desperate as they are. That desperation again loses that ball to North Attleboro. Desperation again, launch the ball downfield. Braz now with the ball. Finds Ellie down that left-hand side. He's got options across the box. Lose the ball to North Attleboro. Halama now with options here. Goes quickly to Babanikas. He's in trouble immediately with three players. Does a good job to get the ball out to Ellie. Gets the ball across the box. Headed by a few Oliver Ames players. Craig Churchill now with a chance for it. Can't get his foot to it. Slammed out of bounds by North Attleboro here. Ball thrown directly into Braz, or launched directly into Braz, who sends that ball directly out of bounds. Sent to half. First touch to Oliver Ames, second touch to Oliver Ames. Headed on for a chance for North Attleboro. Well done by Halama to block that ball off. Finds Ellie. Ellie's trying to dribble through too many players there, loses the ball. Babanikas loses the body fight there. Now you've got a dangerous opportunity for North Attleboro here to score. How many players they're committing forward? What are their options here? Ball launched in off of Gilson's chest. Sent clear by Oliver Ames, but only as far as the North Attleboro midfield. Walsh comes through to get that ball out of bounds. Strong play by Walsh and Mercier to get that ball off of the player here, but Referee stops the game, I believe, for an injury. Not sure how they're going to restart this because I'm not sure who had the ball when they blew that whistle for the injury. I believe you might have a North Attleboro drop ball just outside the box. Clock stopped, 8:24 left. Oliver Ames 1, North Attleboro 1. Tight game here. Oliver Ames has certainly had the run of the majority of the game. Counterattack by North Attleboro gets that goal to tie it up. Largely playing defense since then. And to great avail. This is the type of test that this Oliver Ames teams need to see more often, is teams that are gonna battle in for defense and their ability to understand when to pass, when to hold, when to shoot. Drop ball to North Attleboro, as I anticipated, just outside the box. Headed on. Almost a goal for North Attleboro. Sometimes those drop goals can be even more dangerous in those situations than free kicks, because you get a lot of players out of sorts not knowing what's going on. And Johnny does a good job pulling that ball down, getting his excellent touch to Bernie Ellie down the left-hand side. Springs and Johnny on the left-hand side, gets it into the box, picked up by North Attleboro again. Poor communication there between Halam and Ellie. They do eventually come away with it, though. Alejandro launches the ball across, trying to find Walsh, I'm assuming. Does a good job finding Mercieri. These long balls are going to be difficult to get through that five-man defense that North Attleboro is rolling out here. Walsh does a good job pulling that ball down and finding, I believe, Mercieri behind him. North Attleboro certainly with the game plan to pull out a win or a tie against Oliver Ames here. Benikas now. Here we go. Here's this control here that Oliver Ames needs to find a way to get forward here. Johnny tried to... Johnny tried to find Churchill, but couldn't connect on it. Lost back into Oliver Ames' defense again. Another long ball, which is what North Attleboro is giving you, but it's going to be very difficult to get those balls through this 5, if not 4, if not 6-man defense they're rolling out against us. About 5 minutes left in this game. North Attleboro with the ball in the goaltender's hands here. Halam, a long throw. Wins another deeper throw down the field on the left-hand side of the field here. Throw directly to a North Attleboro player who picks it up. Only gets it as far back as Halam, who's got some options in front of him. Good job by him finding Benikas behind. Great win by North Attleboro to win that throw. 5 minutes left to play here. Coming over the tie here, anything less for Easton is going to feel like a loss. Luke Churchill back to Mercieri. More control for Olive Ames, but can they do anything with this time? With it this time. Finds Craig Churchill. Walsh back to Luke Churchill. Continually pushing down that right-hand side. Ball lost out of bounds for an Olive Ames throw. Craig Churchill using a good job using his body to get control of that ball. Finds Luke Churchill, many players around him, quickly chipped out of bounds for an Olive Ames throw deep down the right-hand side. Shot in there by Mercieri. Olive Ames looking for a corner kick, but not going to get it from the refs. Long kick by North Attleboro, just over half. Over the initial players' heads, picked up by Oliver Ames. The referee stopping his watch for an injury here. About 3 minutes left in the half here. In the second half in the game. Ball launched long by North Attleboro, looking for the win here. Picked up by OA's defense. Chance to move it out. Ball long across to Craig Churchill. He's got some space around him. Picks it up, moves back to the center. Ball forward to Luke Churchill. Couldn't connect. Picked up by North Attleboro now. Lost out of bounds by North Attleboro with a interesting pick play on Halama there. Throw to nobody. So another quickly cleared out of bounds by North Attleboro here. About 2 minutes left in this game. Oliver Ames looking for a goal, but I'm only seeing 2 players from Oliver Ames forward, and I'm counting 7 defenders from North Attleboro. I'm not sure how you're going to get through that. Churchill now to Mercieri, springs Walsh on the right-hand side. Walsh taking on 3 defenders, brought down, looking for a kick of some sort. I'm looking for some sort of ref with a point here. Okay, it looks like we're going to have a Oliver Ames corner kick. Good job by Walsh to win that. Chance here for Oliver Ames to get this late goal here. About 90 seconds left in the game here. Ball's high over the box. Headed on frame. Headed out by a North Attleboro defender. Game-saving header by them. Here comes another kick by Luke Churchill. Essentially the same kick. Headed on again. Knocked out by North Attleboro. Sprung around the box. About a minute left in this game. Josh Brasnow with a chance. Kicked directly out of bounds by a North Attleboro defender for another corner kick here. Desperation defending, desperation goal scoring here. Multiple balls coming onto the field. It's madness. Ball high across goal face. Real chance for Oliver Ames to score there. Excuse me, real chance for Oliver Ames to score there, but no one can get their head to it. You're going to have a North Attleboro goal kick. Maybe 30 seconds left in this game. And that is the game. North Attleboro coming away with what feels like a win to them. Feels like a loss to Oliver Ames. 1-1. That tie puts Oliver Ames at 6-0-2 on the season, giving up their second goal so far in the season. Great game by both teams here. Very exciting towards the end here. But 1-1. We won't see you again until next week. I don't think Oliver Ames has a game again until the 8th, and we'll see you on the 8th here on ECAT. I believe it's a home game as well. Thank you very much for joining.
ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by RevT. We simplify technology for better. The Easton Lions Club. Doug King Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.